this week on Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. On this week's show, we're going to be tagging along with my daughter as she's chasing a beautiful split brow tine buck in the early season here in North Dakota. So stay tuned for an exciting show coming your way.
Okay, when I was out here last night, I saw like 8 different bucks, and they just kept getting bigger as I went down the line, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that like has got that split brow on it. Alright, so I've officially got permission from one landowner, but they technically lease the land from them, so I'm going to speak to the actual landowner. It's a gentleman I've tried a couple times already. He's not really home a lot. He's sometimes in the field, so I just haven't caught him at the right time, but hopefully I can catch him. It's about 6 o'clock right now. Hoping that, since I don't know. I'm really just hoping that he's gonna give me permission. I've been watching this deer for over a month now, and decided that, he's still there. No one's shot him, so maybe I should go shoot him. I don't know though. We'll see. A week or so before bow season started here in North Dakota, I was sitting in my hammock and I saw this buck, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna run down to the end of we've got a development, like a rural development, straight west of us. I went down to the end of there because there's no alfalfa field straight south, and sure enough, I was looking, and there was a bunch of bucks, nothing crazy, and then all of a sudden I see this nice rack sticking up out of the alfalfa. There was like 4 or 5 different bucks just bedded down out there. Some were crazy, but so we've been watching him ever since for a couple weeks. No one really saw him, but he's back now, and they're coming out of a different place, but we've figured it out. So I know the neighbors, he's been kind of the talk of the neighbors, but I mean, everybody can talk about him, but I want to kill him, so. to me. And he came in. It's like all the deer just scattered. And then he just followed. Now he just left and followed some does back out. It's gonna help me. Alrighty, well, it's our third or fourth sit now. 10 I've sit the last 2 days. We had our first encounter, closest encounter. Probably should have been dead encounter, but I'm not rushing anything. And then last night we came out and got out here a little bit too late, but it rained and looks like they were in here probably at like 3:34, which would have been impossible, but we kind of scooted them out of here and they didn't come back. So we got out of here early before they started to come back at dark. But it is Thursday, October 3rd, and it's been the nicest probably week.
Didn't you kill Charlie on October 3rd?
It was Friday the 13th.
Oh, darn. I was hoping for it. It's got a 3 in it. We're good.
And this is the best weather we've had in the last week. It's been super rainy, wet here. But it hasn't rained today yet, which is a miracle. But hopefully the deer move like they have been. And, you know, a little bit early would be nice too. But we're just going to hang tight and hopefully that buck is still feeling pretty comfortable to come in tonight. Because it's going to happen. Range him for me.
He's 23 yards. Put it in there.
I can't believe I just missed.
Did you miss him?
Yeah, I missed him.
What did you do, honey? What did you do?
Gosh, I don't know. I can't believe I missed him.
We'll get him next time.
All right, well, I lost track of how many nights we've been after this deer at this point. I've missed him. I passed up shots on him, and I have a feeling tonight is the night. The wind is right. It hasn't been a nice night. This is the first nice night that we've had, considering the last however many so it's been raining, gloomy. The deer is still moving, but you know, maybe that it's gonna be a nice night tonight, that it'll all come together, because right now we're connecting dots and I just need it all to come together to make a great picture. So we're gonna just spray down here and then we're gonna head out to the blind.
All right, go ahead. I got the light on now.
I don't even know what to say. I just shot this deer, and I've been after this deer for, you know, a few weeks now, and we've sat, and I've had opportunity to shoot, and I didn't shoot, and then I missed, and then he still gave me another chance, and I made it happen. I don't know if I hit exactly where I wanted to, but I honestly think he's gonna die.
All right, so Shelby shoots a beautiful buck. So you would think the end of the story is that we're going to recover it and it's going to be high fives and celebration. Well, it didn't go that way. You know, Shelby made not a perfect shot, but a good shot. We knew where the buck was going. We watched him bed down. He had the lighted knock in him. We marked it on base map, so I knew exactly where he was going to be. And what I did throughout the night, all the way into the early morning, is I followed him. He got up several times, and he ended up moving to a piece of property we did not have permission to be on. Now, here in North Dakota, the law states, it's in the proclamation and the century code, that if you shoot an animal on a piece of property, you lawfully have a right to hunt. If you shoot it or kill it, you have a right to go retrieve it on land that's posted, as long as you don't take your weapon with you. But I was raised to always ask. So we stopped over at the gentleman's house. We told him what had happened, and he wasn't very happy with us. He told us there's no way we're going into his property to get that deer. So we backed out of there. I stopped at one of my neighbors who happens to be a game warden. I talked to him about it. He said he was unsure of the situation and wasn't quite sure what to do. So to call another warden. Well, I called our local warden and talked to him, and he said, I'll give the gentleman a call. Well, he called the gentleman, and the gentleman said, absolutely not, we're not going in there. And that's what he told me. Well, that didn't sit well with me because I know what the law says. So the next day I called the warden back, and I said, hey, I don't mean to be rude, but the law states this, and our deer's in there, and we'd like to recover them before the meat spoils. And he said, I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. You're not going in there. So once again, I wasn't very happy. I kept my composure. I ended up calling an attorney. I called the sheriff and ended up leaving a message with the state's attorney about the situation. And then I did get a hold of the chief game wardens, and I talked to him. Well, he kind of gave me the same situation, that they were unclear of it. It was uncertain, so he'd have to get more information about it. Well, a week later, we finally get a call back, and they said we have a right to go in and get our animal. But they were going to send a warden in because the landowner wasn't very happy with us, and I said fine. So it was bittersweet. Shelby was able to retrieve her antlers. We lost the meat, but again, she was able to wrap her 2019 bow tag on her deer that she was after, so bittersweet. Now I'm going to tell you this, would I do it all over the same way? Yes. I'm a firm believer that you ask the landowner, even you have a right to go get it, ask them first, because 99.9% of the landowners are going to go out there and they're going to help you find that deer. We just happened to find a gentleman that wasn't very happy in life. And I just want to say a special thanks to all our friends that supported us through this. And a thanks to the Game and Fish, even though it wasn't exactly how I wanted it to go, you did pursue and follow up on the law, and we were able to get our antlers. And if one good thing came about this, it's that the Game and Fish did put a video out shortly after telling people they have a right to retrieve their game if it goes onto posted land. But again, I'm going to tell you, ask the landowner first, because most of the time, like I said, they're going to help you and they're going to be happy to do it.
Taxidermy services provided by Dakota Taxidermy, capturing the spirit.